Fellow Burlingtonians, tonight is a very important night for me, and I know for many of us here in this room, because tonight we have an opportunity to play a part in one of the most exciting and significant political developments in the modern history of the United States. Tonight, many of us are going to give our support to a candidate for president who has done more than any other candidate in living memory to bring together the disenfranchised, the hungry, the poor, the workers who are being thrown out of their decent paying jobs, and the farmers who are being thrown off of their land. Tonight, we have come together to support a candidate who is creating an historic coalition of working people, of poor people, of women, of minorities, of students, of farmers, of peace activists, of environmentalists. Tonight, we are here to endorse the candidate who is saying loud and clear that enough is enough, that it's time that this nation was returned to the real people of America, the vast majority of us, and that power no longer should rest solely with a handful of banks and corporations who presently dominate the economic and political life of this nation. Tonight, we are here to support a man who, when elected president, will move boldly to end the growing disparity between the rich and the poor. It is not acceptable to him, to me, or to most Americans that 10% of the population of this nation is able to own 83% of the wealth, and the other 90% of us share 17% of the wealth. Ladies and gentlemen, when our candidate becomes president, and we believe that he will, we will see a movement toward the establishment of a national health care system, which once and for all in this country will guarantee health care as a right of all citizens and not just the privilege of the wealthy. When our candidate is elected president, we will see a fundamental change in the national priorities of our nation. We will build fewer bombs and more affordable housing, less nerve gas and more child care centers. We will stop the Star Wars madness in its tracks and spend our wealth to save the family farm, to protect our environment, to increase federal aid to education so that every young person who has the capabilities can go to college. We will utilize the best minds of this nation, not for research into new and more sophisticated ways to kill people, but to rebuild our industrial base, to prevent acid rain and the destruction of the ozone layer, and to find the solution to AIDS and other killer diseases. Our nation is a great nation with unlimited potentiality. What we need is leadership, which will tap our innate strengths so that we can improve the quality of life for all of our people and not concentrated on how to destroy life. When our candidate is elected president, we will finally have a foreign policy which says to the people of Nicaragua, to the people of Latin America and the Third World, that we are your allies and your friends, not your oppressors. We will stop once and for all supporting every right-wing dictatorship in the world that serves the needs of corporate greed. Ladies and gentlemen, and fellow Burlingtonians, the candidate we are supporting tonight has stood for us and fought for us for the last 25 years of his life. Along with Martin Luther King Jr., he put his life on the line so that all Americans, regardless of color, could receive their basic democratic rights. He was there when we needed him. Our candidate has stood with the farmers being thrown off of the land. He has stood with the workers on the picket lines being thrown out of their jobs. He was there when we needed him. Fellow Burlingtonians, our candidate has stood with us when we needed him. Tonight, he needs us. Let us be there for him. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to place in nomination this evening the name of one of the great leaders of our time and a man who has waged the most courageous and exciting political campaign in the modern history of this nation. I place the nomination with a great deal of personal pride. The name of Jesse Jackson.